Okay, let's turn to page 17. Let's learn some power chords. So power chords are a staple of rock and roll. Most rock riffs are composed by moving this chord around to different notes on the neck. And all you really have to do is form this chord and then move that same shape around. While there are some other shapes as you get further down the fretboard, this main shape is predominantly what we're going to use for all the examples in this book. Let's start out and just form the chord. Start out and put your index finger on the 5th fret of the E string, and then your ring finger on the 7th fret of the A string, and your pinky on the 7th fret of the D string. And strum those all together. Just those strings. You don't want to go and hit these strings. You only want to hit those 4 strings. Good. Now let's try Brain Stew by Green Day. So this moves that chord around like this. You'll notice at the very end, I moved back even 1 fret, so my index finger isn't even on anymore. Okay, go ahead and pause it and practice that riff at your own pace. Okay, let's go to the next one, Rock You Like a Hurricane by Scorpions. So this one starts out here with the power chord at the 7th fret. Let me play you the riff so you can remember it. So you start out with a power chord. This is a great riff for changing strings. Start out at the 7th fret, play those 3 strings 3 times, then you shift up and play the 3rd fret of the thickest string and play that power chord there twice. Go to the 5th fret and play that twice, and then move down 1 string so you're at the 3rd fret, play once, and then shift up to the 5th fret, play that twice. Let's try that really slow. 1, 2, ready, go, and again. Okay, pause it now and practice at your own pace. Good, so the next section, still of this song, uses that same chord. It does palm mute a little bit, even though that isn't notated there. What you kind of do is take this part of your palm and you put it right where the strings meet the bridge, so it gives you this kind of warm, chuggy kind of sound. And you're going to play this this riff. All the rhythms are even here. It's like that, okay? So it's 3 times on 3, 5 times on 7, 3 times on 3, 2 times on 7, 3 times on 5. Okay, just like that. So go ahead and pause and practice this song a little bit at your own pace. Cool, let's go to Smells Like Teen Spirit now. So again, just uses this chord. You do have some muffled notes, and for those muffled notes, you don't need to palm mute. It's just about picking up the chord like that. So you get that muffled sound just because you're not actually pressing the strings, you're just lightly touching on them. It's very percussive. So you play the power chord 3 times. It's not even. It's not that. And then 4 muted strokes. And notice I'm picking down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, 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 up. And then you move down 1 string in your power chord, play that twice. Then go to the 3rd fret, the thickest string. Then go to the 4th fret, and pretty much do the same thing. Move down a string to the 4th fret, and with the 0. pause it and practice that for a little bit. All right, now for the last power chord song, we're going to deal with When I Come Around by Green Day. So you pretty much have 4 power chords. 1 on the thickest string at the 2nd fret, 1 on the 4th string, or the 4th fret of the A string, 6th fret of the A string, and then 2nd fret. And what we're going to do is practice some palm mutes, okay? So you're going to palm mute twice and then lift up. So it's a common rock and metal trick. So that's how the riff goes. You go mute, mute, play. Notice you take off your palm when you do that. Mute, mute, play. Mute, mute, play. Mute, mute. Slide up. Mute, play, play, play. So you do that 4 times. And to the next line. Back. And that's pretty much the whole song. So it's cool that you can see what power chords can do. There's a lot of possibilities with them. Let's move on now to page 25 and let's learn the rest of the notes in standard notation. The 3 finished strings. Let's add to that by learning the notes on the thickest 3 strings. Notes on the D string, you have open D, 2nd fret E, 3rd fret F. So on page 25, where it says 4th string, that first note is open D. The next note is 2nd fret E. The next note is 3rd fret F. Okay, let's play that example. 1, 2, ready, go. D, E, F, D, E, F, E, D, D, E, F, F, E, D, E, D. Okay, awesome. Go ahead and pause it and practice that at your own pace. Let's go to the next system now, which is 4th strings and 3rd string combined. So you have not only those 3 notes that we just did, D, E, and F, you also have the 2 notes on the G string. You have open G and 2nd fret A. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. And D, E, F, open D, E, F, G, E, F, G, A, F, G, F, E, G. Okay, good. Let's go to the next one, which is which combines all the notes that you've learned thus far. The 4th string, the 3rd string, the 2nd string, and the 1st strings. So here we go. Let's read through this very slow. 1, 2, ready, go. D, F, E, F, A, G, A, C, D, E, F, A, D, A, G, A. Go ahead and pause it and practice that at your own pace. Let's go to the 5th string now. We have open A, 2nd fret B, and 3rd fret C. Okay, so let's read through that example. It's just a bunch of A, B's, and C's. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. A, B, C, B, C, A, B, C, B, C, A, B, A, C, A, C. Awesome. Okay, now let's combine all the information we already know. So 5th string, 4th string, the 5th system on page 25, where it says 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. 1, 2, ready, go. C, E, G, F, E, D, C, 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 D, C, D, open, E, F, G, C. Okay, go ahead and pause it and practice that at your own pace. Okay, now let's go on to the sixth string. So on page 25 where it says sixth string, the first note there is E, below 3 ledger lines. It's the thickest string, the lowest note we'll play on the guitar. Next note, which sits on the 3rd ledger line below the staff, is F, 1st fret. The next note, which is the space below 2 ledger lines, is G, the 3rd fret. Okay, that's it. E, F, and G. So let's read through it. Here we go. Ready, go, and open E, then F, G, F, open E, G, F, E, F, G, E, F, E, G, F, G. Cool, let's go to the bottom of page 25 and combine everything of the natural notes in open position. Here we go. The bottom example of page 25. 1, 2, ready, go, and E, E, D, E, F, A, C, D, E, D, Good. So go ahead and pause it and practice that a few more times. All right, let's turn to page 32 and learn some new chords. Wild Thing. This song has G chord, the C chord, and the D chord. And this was like the first real big chord song I learned. It just goes like this. So, here's the trick. You start out and just learn one chord at a time. Play that G chord. You have your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the thickest string, index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and ring finger down here at the bottom of the on the thinnest string, 3rd fret. That's the G chord. Now, what I want you to do is just make that chord, take your hands off, make it again, take your hands off, make it again. Just get to where you can grab it real fast, as opposed to putting just one finger down. So go ahead and pause it and make sure that you get that chord sounding great. Now on to C. So your first finger is on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, middle finger is on the 2nd fret of the D string, and the ring finger is on the 3rd fret of the A string. Don't strum the thickest string on this one. That's C. And just make sure every note comes out. You don't want it to sound like this. Okay? The way that I'm achieving that sound right now is by flattening out my fingers so that the pad hits those strings. You need to play on the very tips of your fingers. So do go ahead and pause it and make sure you get a good tone on that one. And the last chord is D. You don't strum those 2 strings. Your index finger is here on the 2nd fret of the G string. Middle finger is here on the 2nd fret of the E string. Ring fingers on the 3rd fret of the B string. And it looks like that. So go ahead and pause it, practice, make sure that you have that chord sounding good. Now I'd like you just to go between all those chords. Play G, C, D, and C. Okay, this might take you a long time. Just take it very, very slow. G, to C, to D, to C. And try to get that transition faster and faster. Ideally moving, you know, all your fingers together as opposed to one at a time. sort of make the chord in air and then press them down on the fretboard together. Okay, good. And the final thing we'll do is just get the rhythm down. So the rhythm is just going to be 2 on G. As you can see with the rhythm there, as 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 on C. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 3 on D. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on C. 1, 2, 3, 4, another 2. And that's notated there below the chords. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1. Okay, so go ahead and pause it and practice those chords. And that's all we're going to do today. I'll see you guys at the next lesson.